Hello viewers, how are you? Thank you for watching my video. Today I'm going to talk about Nomore movement in Ethiopia. Maybe some of you who attend social media in the Ethiopian case may have seen the Nomore movement that is going on inside Ethiopia and outside Ethiopia by extremist diasporas. This no movement is, when it is said, it looks like to oppose the Western involvement in Ethiopian politics. They say that. They say the involvement of the West and the impact of the West power on Ethiopian politics, on African politics, sometimes they say. Therefore, that's why they say no more. But what is the reality behind the no more movement? What is it? What is the reason behind? I want to tell you that today in detail. This thing starts from the Ethiopian political ideology. This political ideology in Ethiopia is simply, we can divide into two. One is nations and the nationalities in the country, the peoples in the country who need change, who want a better future, democracy, self-rule, and cooperation with each other. We have such good people for the country. The other group is the group which does not speak about the future of the country, always depend on the history. Actually, when I say history, it is the false history. It is a history like drama, something false. Depending on that, they want to talk the past Ethiopia. They don't want the future Ethiopia. They want to bring the past one always. We have never heard about the future, what they speak, but they are always busy to tell us about the past. And they say, we will make Ethiopia great again. We were great, and they will make it great again. That is what they say. In reality, that greatness at the time maybe, but we have never seen the greatness needed. When I say that, Ethiopia, it is true. A great country, naturally, a very good country, in nature, the best country. When we come to our history of politics, it is fighting, killing, war, okay? Just we don't have something very good on that issue. In my age, I'm less than 35. In my age, I have seen 3 wars going on in that country. 3 civil wars. Therefore, if we talk about the history of Ethiopia, in reality, the one we know is we don't have a very good history politically. But as I told you, naturally, in nature, we have a very good country. very good land, good people. So this group, the group I'm telling you, most of the time we call them Amhara politicians in Ethiopia. Actually, not purely Amhara politicians, but mostly who are not conservative, but extremist Orthodox. We call them the extremist Orthodox ideology. They are really politicians than more religious group. Therefore, those group are the main cause of the Nomore movement. They are the one who created Nomore movement. It is completely for the purpose of opposing the evangelical Christian fast growing in Ethiopia. They made it by the name of politics, but it is more religious than politics. This is what we have stated. It is a confirmed what I'm telling you. They say the evangelical Christians, they call it protestant. Protestant is dominating our country. Before 30 years, in that country, during the Haile Selassie time, Orthodox was official religion. And the creation of Ethiopia has a relation with Orthodox Church. Actually, Ethiopian Orthodox is like Coptic Orthodox Church. Actually, it is also different from that. Therefore, in the last, before 30 years, before 30 years, on statistics they say 70% of the country is Orthodox, like that. Today, if you take, Orthodox is almost less than 40% of the country. Almost less than 40% in total. It was 70% before 30 years. They claim that, yeah, it may be true. It is true because of the pressure of religion. There is a pressure on other religions, especially evangelical Christian, especially those Protestant Christian. Therefore, what they planned is religious. Why the Protestantism is or evangelicalism is fast growing in Ethiopia? They consider it because of the West. The Western countries are behind the fast growing evangelicalism in Ethiopia because the West funds that, do that. They think in that way. Actually, in reality, the West is a real Protestantism world. We know that. Catholic, Protestant, but we know that in history, the Martin Luther, the founder of the reformer is from Germany. If you ask those group, those extremist Orthodox Amhara, the country they hate most is Germany. They hate most Germany. I checked, I asked why. Because Martin Luther was raised from Germany. Then on the second, they come to America. America's a problem, they say, because it is a place where evangelicalism controlled many life of the population. They don't want that. Do you believe that in some areas, those extremist Orthodox prefer Muslim than Protestant? Because Many people converted to evangelical Christians are from Orthodox. When many people are being converted to get or to hear the word of God in a true way, to see the gospel of Jesus for freedom in many ways, when they are converted to that, the impact of Orthodox in that country decreases. The more the impact of Orthodox decreases, the more the politics of the extremist right, those we call the Amhara background, their politics will be decreased. Because their political agenda is implemented through the Orthodox system. Just they consider Orthodox as one of their best institutions. Because it is a religion, they consider it as a religion. It takes land from many places. They build many things. In some places, sometimes being transparent is good. They store weapons in the church. This is common in Ethiopia. That is the institution which is covered by religion, but they do their politics by that religion. Actually, not all followers of that religion is like that, but the elite in that religion, who are the teachers, the elite, the background is like that. Therefore, the no movement ideology is to oppose, to impact the movement of evangelical Christian in two ways. One, disconnecting the Ethiopian political system from the West and taking it to Russia in a special relation, because they consider Russia as Orthodox. They love Russia because Russia is Orthodox. Nothing more than that. The place where they are being benefited, where they are living, where they got citizenship is United States, Europe. Morally, this is wrong. How do you oppose your own country morally? If I live in the United States and I became a citizen, it is my country. For example, I am living in the UK now. I consider UK as my country. I don't have any moral to oppose the system of that country. I may criticize individuals in the system, but as a country, I cannot oppose moral because I'm living there. It is my country. I have to respect it. For a moral person, this is very important. To tell you the truth, I love UK so much because they accepted me. Okay, without knowing me, they accepted me. During my travel, during travels, during everything, they accepted us. They are standing for everybody. I don't have a moral to oppose the system in the Western country individually. Morally, I don't have moral. I don't have the right point. Why? Many nations of the world who are troubled, suffered, tortured by dictators, maybe by their family, maybe by some groups, are fleeing to coming to the Western countries and stay there, get their safety, stay there, become citizen, work, live in the Western countries. How do we morally say those countries are bad for human being? No, It is really bad. But in Ethiopia, the group I am telling you, living in the United States for 40 years, 30 years, they say America will be destroyed, but Ethiopia will prevail. Such ideology. This, I cannot say this is politics, but this is what is happening. So one way is disconnecting Ethiopia with the West and creating a very good relationship with Russia. The second is Abiy Ahmed. They don't trust Abiy Ahmed. Even if it looks what they support him, they don't trust. It's from evangelical Christian. We don't know how he can change the system, they think. Therefore, they want to create the hostile environment between the Abiy-led government and the Western countries. When this hostile environment is created, they think Abiy Ahmed is from Oromo. Most Oromos are now free in democracy, in everything. Many Oromos are Christian Protestant. Many are Muslims. No Oromo is very strong Orthodox or something. So in that way, they want to crash the system, okay, by opposing that, by making that government hostile to the Western countries. In two ways, they want to get two benefits. To realize this, I can tell you that the Russian ambassador in Ethiopia is acting not like a diplomat, maybe like one of the ministers, one of the Ethiopian officials, on media, on everything, full of confidence. They pressure him to come and speak about Ethiopia. So he come and speak, he try in Amharic. It is beyond the international system, beyond the diplomacy protocol, what he's doing is. Because of those groups. Therefore, the Nomore movement is, the aim is more spiritual than political. This is what I want to tell you. You may not hear about Ethiopia. This is mostly secret. They don't speak. But it is better if you understand what's going on in this world. The religion is not our care. That means anybody have his own religion. It is an individual issue. We have the common country, but we have different religions. But in Ethiopia, the group I am telling you is always relate a country with religion. Religion with politics. Okay, with dominance, like that. This is our main problem in that country. Even if we don't speak, Ethiopia is the result of the competition between the Orthodox extremists and between the Muslim ideologies. This is true in history, starting from 15th, 14th century, during Ahmad Grany. They say Ahmad Grany, Ahmad Ibrahim Al-Ghazi, from the eastern part of the country, fought with those who call themselves the Christian kingdom. They say Christian kingdom to get weapons from Europe at the time. They are not real Christian even today. So it is that country is the competition of the Orthodox and the competition of the Muslim system. Our brothers, Arab people, also want some participation in that country. That is why Iran, United Arab Emirates, and which is not Arab, but with Arab in religion, Turkey, is now operating in Ethiopia, in the Ethiopian civil war, because there is something they want. That is the competition, which is not good for that country, which is dangerous. Therefore, the Nomore movement, Ethiopia diaspora, saying or writing something, don't take it as something serious. it is something behind that extremism of Orthodox, extremism of Amara politics. It can do nothing after this time. Okay, not strong. Don't take it as Ethiopians' ideology. It is not Ethiopians' movement. It is Amhara Orthodox extremist movement which aimed for religion more than political benefits. This is what I want to tell you. Thank you so much. Just you can follow me on my YouTube anytime you want. Thank you. Bye for now.